Plaqueboy Max, by the way, friend of the channel.
Yeah.
Plaqueboy Max is a friend of the channel.
Yeah.
And Plaqueboy Max is currently engaged in an online back and forth with a woman who I didn't know existed.
Correct.
Well, I did not know who this woman was, but then again, she's a former America's Next Top Model. That shocks to no one that I've never seen a single minute of that show. I don't even know if that show still comes on. But apparently, Plaqueboy Max was out in the streets doing his thing, trying to promote his music, I think, or several other endeavors. And this woman pulled up on him, saw what he was doing, and decided to get into a little, mini social media collaboration with him to give him the opportunity to promote his stuff. At some point during this mini collaboration, she said something which suggested that she was looking for a kiss from Mr. Max, and Mr. Max declined. Apparently, this woman told Plaqueboy Max to not use the footage in question here, but that footage went viral, and now she's throwing dirt all over this guy's name on the internet and talking about going to court and all kind of stuff. And Plaqueboy Max is coming back saying, "Hey, look, man, all I did was refuse a kiss. It ain't that serious. It's all love, but I don't know what your deal is with all of this unfeeding that you're doing." So this woman's name here is named Kenya Hill. Again, never heard of this woman before this situation. But this says, "I didn't want to kiss you." Plaqueboy Max responds to Kenya Hill's threat of legal action. Twitch streamer Maxwell Plaqueboy Max has responded to American actress and model Kenya Hill's threat of legal action, saying that he didn't want to kiss her. For context, Kenya Hill has appeared on Plaqueboy Max's recent in real live stream, during which he had requested that people vote for him for the Streamer Awards 2025 and the Grammy Awards. While recording their Instagram story, the former America's Next Top Model contestant said, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to play the video so y'all will be able to see the video. The former FaZe Clan member refused, and the video of their altercation went viral on X. Kenya Hill eventually shared a series of Instagram stories expressing her displeasure with Plaqueboy Max for using footage of their interaction. She also threatened him with legal action. During a live stream on November 23rd, 2025, Plaqueboy Max responded to Kenya Hill's threat of legal action. So we're gonna get the whole juicy grapes situation lined up for everybody. Mm-hmm. So here's the initial situation here.
Hi, I'm sorry, but I'm from America's Next Top Model, and I don't know who you are, but you're out here talking about Black excellence.
Yes.
What are you promoting?
So I'm a streamer,
Wait, hold on. All right, let me go back to the beginning, because when you full screen it, everything goes out of focus. So I'm gonna back it up, and we'll just look at the embed on the web page.
Hi, I'm sorry, but I'm from America's Next Top Model, and I don't know who you are, but you're out here talking about Black excellence.
Yes.
What are you promoting?
So I'm a streamer, I also make music. I don't know if you know who Fred Again is and Skepta. I have a song nominated for a Grammy with them, Victory Lap.
Really?
Yes. And I am nominated for Streamer of the Year. Music streamer, best stream series, best stream collab.
How do I support you?
Right here, support Black business. What's your name?
Should I put you on my stories right
yes,
now?
Yes.
Support your Black business?
100%.
We're here with
Plaqueboy Max. Plaqueboy Max. Y'all know what time it is. All platforms.
All platforms. You
Make
gotta
sure
support
y'all vote.
him.
Oh, upside down. Make sure y'all vote. Vote. Exercise the right MLK fought for. Vote.
Period.
All platforms. Grammys.
MLK fought for that, man.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
You know what?
I can't. Love though. I'm out. Oh my God. What the fuck is happening?
And you guys were filming stuff obnoxiously with every single person who recognized him. I don't even know this guy. I literally am running an empire right now and have no clue who I don't have X and don't even have the time to log in and sign up. So I walked up to you after his little outburst. He probably don't even date Black women. But I said to you guys very clearly, please don't use that footage. And I don't know what collegiate level you guys are at, if you guys went to college or whatever. But I asked you not to use that footage. Not only did you use the footage, but out of everybody there, You talked to a lot of people. We heard you a mile away. That was the only footage that you used. And I verbally told you not to use it. I have so many things going on right now that I don't have time to take you to court, but I dare you. I dare you to try me, because now you are taking up my time. This 3 minutes that it's taken to post this, I could have been making money. So your new fame, his Instagram, I don't even know who gave him the idea. Do you know the connotation behind the word plaque? And I don't know if this is maybe a different kind of plaque that you're talking about. Maybe it's a different one. But the first thing I thought of, because I don't think he has any real plaques, was plaque on your teeth. Okay. You maybe want to understand the connotation and the vibration that certain words carry through society. I don't give a damn about who you think you are or any of your followers. But he walked away from me so disrespectfully. And it doesn't matter about America's Next Top Model. You don't ever depart from a real woman in that nature. Ever.
What?
You played yourself. Good luck with that Grammy. Good luck. I really genuinely hope you get it, because that's probably going to be the height of everything that you get. But that's not none of my business.
Wow.
It's between you and God.
Damn.
Bro, that was 2 minutes of nails on a chalkboard.
Oh my goodness.
Here, we'll go ahead. We'll play what Plaqueboy Max's response was. So here's Plaqueboy Max responding.
Make no sense. You want me to kiss you on your cheek because you saw it was lit. You saw it was getting nominated for shit. You wanted to steal my cameraman. I didn't want to kiss you, and then after I didn't want to kiss you, now you're threatening to sue me. What the fuck are we talking about? Convo is over. There's no arrogance. There's no nothing. Love to you and your family or whatever you got going on, but shit. I didn't want those cheeks. I didn't want those lips. I wasn't trying to do that. Shout out to you. That's all it takes. That's it. That's all right? Anyways, guys, we off. They say.
Okay. As of this writing, Kenya Hill has not commented on Plaqueboy Max's response. So yeah, she was like, "Am I gonna get a smooch or something like that?" And Plaqueboy Max was like, No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And then he walked away. And lo and behold, all of a sudden, she didn't want that footage to be shared. And now she's talking about taking him to court. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Hey, bro. Damn. Hey, listen, man. No, I have never heard of this young lady. Now, I don't know about America's Next Top Model. I don't know if she was just a candidate or if she won, but you know, I was calling her, and it's not fair, but I was calling her America's Next Top Jawline. And I was saying, like, look, bro, you know, he probably didn't want to kiss her on the cheek because, you know, he didn't want to get cut by them sharp ass jaws. I don't know what's going on. The delusion she lives in is next level. I know I used to take, you know, I didn't like being rejected when I shot my shot, you know. And every guy, for the most part, they don't like it, you know, but, you know, you just, hey, man, next play, bro. Next play. She shot her shot, whether she knew or didn't know who he was. I agree with Plaqueboy in the sense of, hey, you see that he's lit, though. You know what I'm saying? So even if you don't know him, you see that he lit though. I mean, he's got a Grammy nominated thing. He's going up for Streamer of the Year. He's got all these people and bright lights around him. Like, maybe this guy is somebody, you know? And she shot her shot and fell flat on her jaw. And so now that everybody sees this, you know what I'm saying? She feels embarrassed. So now she said, I told you not to play this. And it's like, whoa. It was a live stream, you know, so he can't, it's a live stream. So I don't know what she's talking about for him not to play it. It was literally recording as they were doing it live. So, I don't know what her deal is. She just couldn't take the rejection. So much so that she started crashing out, multiple videos, using all kinds of slander to besmirch his character. Anything to help herself feel better about just getting turned down. Yeah, you just asked for a kiss. He said no, and he walked away. And last thing I'll say, hey, you don't know why he said no. You just know he said no in a way that you didn't care for and walked away. But I'm looking at the comment section on TikTok and stuff, and people saying like, hey man, he got a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a girlfriend. And so if the girlfriend's watching the stream, or the streets are gonna post it later or whatever, that he kissing some top model girl, why he supposed to be streaming, that might be some issues at home. So he avoided it. So you don't even know why he said no. You just know he said no to you. And now all of a sudden it's World War III. So, hey, listen, lady, learn how to take some rejection in your life. Not everybody's going to think you're the top model, and that's okay. So, yeah, man, I think that this is just a life lesson for her, honestly. And I'm with Plaqueboy with this. He didn't want anything to do with that. He didn't do anything wrong. So I hope she feels better now, because she was just talking some wild stuff. But what are your thoughts, man, on Miss Top Model here getting turned down by Plaqueboy and now upset about it, threatening to take legal action?
That whole listening to her talk was absolute nails on the chalkboard. She, we don't have such a thing, but if we did, she'd be on it like a conscious approach blacklist. People who are just on the blacklist, persona non grata.
Yeah.
People who need to just be thrown in the gulag and just never listen to again. It's a mighty achievement to be able to get put on that list.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, I had never heard of you. But this to me was just so disgusting. With every syllable that she uttered, I almost threw up in my mouth. She and see, first of all, so there's a couple of layers here. First of all, she comes from a celebrity entertainer, America's Next Top Model world. These types of women make their money off of the perception of their desirability.
Yes.
The moment that the shroud of desirability goes away, they're less viable in the market. The viability of their career dissipates to a certain degree. So it is harmful to the longevity and viability of her career to be perceived even remotely as undesirable. And when a streamer who is as popular as this kid refuses a kiss from you, it could be interpreted as your relative level of undesirability. So it stands to reason, because of the world that she comes from, her business being inherent in her desirability, that kind of content works against her best interest, because it somewhat paints the picture that in some respects she's lacking in desirability. The point overall is get over it. You're the one that tethered yourself to a life in which you have to stay desirable in order to be viable. That's a you problem. That's not the world's problem. Furthermore, Kevin Samuels used to say, when women are confronted with undesirable outcomes, instead of maintaining accountability, they will blame, shame, and deflect. Those are the three words that he used to use. He used to say, here go women with the blame and the shame and deflecting tactics. And because she was a wounded dog, she had to resort to blaming, shaming, and deflecting. So now, because this guy stood on his own form of business and didn't give you what you asked for, and you feel some type of way, now you want to talk about his intelligence, whether he's has a collegiate level of intelligence. You said you don't even know if he likes black women, which was the most egregious part of that whole thing. And just engaging in all sorts of blaming and shaming and deflection tactics. because it has to be something wrong with him in order for him to have done what he did, because there can't be anything wrong with you. This is the manifesto, the blueprint of a narcissistic person.
100%, bro.
Who just you can't see the forest from the trees and understand how, in the grand scheme of things on planet Earth, how anyone could ever possibly fathom not giving you what you want or not giving you what you ask for. So it has to be something wrong with him, because God forbid there be something wrong with you.
Yeah, I'm a top model.
Yeah.
No way he turns me down.
Yeah. And you question whether he understands the origin of the word plaque. You talk about whether he's operating on a collegiate education level. You question his preferences in women because maybe he just don't like black women. That's why he don't like you. Bro, I gotta tell you, I don't know who this chick is, honestly, but this kind of mentality represents the worst in humanity.
It
does. And you know, I've never been more on Plaqueboy Max's side prior to this moment. This woman can go kick rocks somewhere with her delusions of grandeur and her diversionary tactics. This perfectly exhibits narcissistic personality disorder. And it is sad that she has largely, from what I can tell, been rewarded for her self-destructive behavior for the vast majority of her life, because that is the only way to explain why someone in good faith would go on to her own social media and continue to peddle that kind of speech.
Crazy stuff, bro. It was a video out there where Jamar Chase
I know
was
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? This you know, Dr. Miami Frankenstein type girl, you know what I'm saying? Just coming over there with her BBL, thinking that it's whatever. And, you know, he just brushed her off. The internet found it hilarious. And because of that, you know, she came out and had to clear the air on some stuff or whatever. And it's like, damn, girl, sometimes you can get rejected. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine every dude coming to the internet to explain to people why they got turned down. But we got to get all these explanations. We got to get all these explanations when you got turned down. Listen, when I first saw this, I was like, this got to be some type of, this got to be a skit. But when I saw how enraged this lady was and how personally hurt she was, I was like, nah, man, this was real life. This ain't no internet fodder. Like, she out here, she really got her feelings hurt. It's a bad look. And I didn't think about the level of desirability and her basically fighting for her career in a way. Because now she's gonna get memed up. These young people don't play. They're not gonna forget who she is. And so yeah, she needs to be desirable. And I didn't look at it as her fighting for a lifestyle and fighting for a career. But I'm telling you like this. I didn't know who she was either. It wasn't much of a career to fight for, even though I'm sure people knew your name. But this honestly gets into another conversation that I even have with the modeling industry. Because there are and I can see the beauty in everybody. So don't get me wrong here. All right. You know, if she hear me talk, she probably don't think I like black women. Okay. So I can see the beauty in everybody. But when people show me ugly stuff, I can see the ugly in those people. Okay. And this young lady here is displaying the ugly, as you mentioned, in your soliloquy there. All right. And that's the nastiness in which she was coming from all of this. You know, I can see the nastiness in her. Therefore, she loses desirability from me completely. Like, if she was humble about the situation, A, she wouldn't ask for the kiss. Or B, even if she got turned down, she would have been a lot more humble about the situation. Whatever. But this lady, as you mentioned, she has some type of personality disorder. that she just let on full display in her little rants there. So, but my issue with the modeling industry is, you know, you look at pictures of her and she's got an anorexic build. All right. You know, it's a sideshow. And it's what the modeling industry does, and what they promote. You know, you rarely see models that look good. You'll see models that look good, but not really. You know, in order to be a model, and I guess there's ebbs and flows to it, but right now the models that I'm seeing are of the unhealthy kind. They don't look nourished. You know, you can see bones. So so her winning or being a contestant on the show, I don't know what her story is, but it's clearly ballooned in her head that she's desirable and bad. But you're desirable and bad to an industry that is predicated on some weird stuff, and that's why they chose you, because you got the body of a teenage boy. And I'm not trying to be funny here. That's what they're into in the modeling industry. You know, they're not into voluptuosity and curves, you know, or peanut butter skin like Joy Taylor's. They're into the build that she has. So all in all, that industry has, like, who really keeps up with models nowadays? You know, that's what I'm saying. That industry is on some other stuff that the average everyday person don't see desirable anymore. You know, gone are the days of Tyra Banks and the ones that, you know, the Naomi Campbells that you can name by name. Like, people don't know these people no more. That's because the industry really doubled down on their weirdness, and they're into some weird stuff. So nobody knows nobody cares about them. And if you see those people in everyday life, you would ask, you know, do you need some help? You know, you give a can of Campbell soup. You know, you need some food. So all in all, this lady is delusional. She's lost in her own little world with her little model stuff. And yeah, an average everyday young man streamer would turn down some America's Top Model baddie, allegedly. But there's nothing bad about this woman but her attitude. So yeah, man, didn't care for this. And the internet letting her have it afterwards, I was also in favor.
Goody. Yes, she deserves it, because really what she needs to do is, man, see, I couldn't run this stuff, bro. Whatever chastising she receives online is not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough. And what I don't appreciate is the aspersions that she's casting on his character.
Right.
Because she was encountered with an undesired outcome.
And the guy was nothing but polite the whole time.
That's the part of it that bothers me the most. But I've actually encountered this firsthand before. I remember many years ago when I worked at a restaurant as a cook, there was a girl who liked me, and I didn't reciprocate. Now, mind you, and listen, I'm not trying to, you know, talk down on nobody or nothing like that. Everybody, there's somebody for everybody. Everybody's preferences are different. Just because I have my own sets of preferences doesn't mean that I believe the whole world runs on my timeline. Those are my own preferences. I'm not saying any other person has the same preferences as me, nor do I believe that my preferences are the only and right preferences. They are just my own. But I personally don't really like overweight women like that. That's just my own preference. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not trying to, you know, be funny and nothing like that. That's just my thing. And there was a girl who I worked with who liked me, and she was, you know, overweight. And I don't mean she was like chunky or, you know, maybe had love handles or whatnot. She was just big. She was overweight. That's not really my steez. And so I didn't reciprocate her advances. And, you know, she started walking around talking about how I don't like black women because I didn't like her. And it's like, what brand of narcissism are you so enveloped in that you think that because I turned you down, that it must mean that I just don't like all black women. How absurd of a notion is that? But she was actively walking around saying that. It was the most ridiculous thing that I've ever experienced. But that happens. So there are people whose behavior over time, and this chick was a regular chick. She ain't no celebrity. At least this woman is weirdo America's Next Top Hollywood, Next Top Model crap. But this girl was a cashier at the barbecue joint that I worked at. She wasn't nobody special. She didn't have no notoriety. And yet she had her behavior throughout the course of her life rewarded to the extent in which she did not know how to encounter any kind of rejection. So the only way that she can reconcile it is by drawing the conclusion that there's something wrong with me. So this is trickled down to everybody. It's not just going on in celebrity weirdo world. And people need to get a grip and understand the world does not operate on your timeline.
Correct.
This is not the world according to you or any other one individual. And so this is just disgusting, dangerous to the highest order rhetoric.
Yes.
And if she suffered more career setbacks, even though I don't wish for anybody's livelihood to be particularly compromised, I wouldn't lose sleep over it because, in my opinion, she deserved it.
Yeah, hey man, this is not a good look for her. So she's gonna have to do some PR stuff to clean this up, man. Because for a lot of young people in the world right now, their first impression of her is this. So, and I bring up the young people because, well, these are going to be the people supporting you when you wanted to parlay your career into being somebody like a Tyra Banks that has a TV show or whatever she's trying to do and grow her brand and her life. Like a lot of these young people are going to end up supporting you. So this is not a good look for her. You don't want to be on the wrong side of internet memes with these young people. So, and her just doubling and tripling down didn't help the case. So, yeah, just tighten up, man. But honestly, for the ladies out there that don't know how to take rejection, man, I don't know what to say about that, man. But life ain't gonna always give you what you want. So, so sometimes you got to take it on the chin, there, Miss Miss Jawline. So, hey, man, best of luck to her, and shout out to Plaqueboy, man. You know, he came out on the clean side on this one.
Yeah, I'm just, listening to this woman, I feel like I need a shower. Just everything that came out of her mouth was just gross and disgusting.
Hey man, I knew that was gonna get to you, bro. I knew, but hey, that was good TV right there, man. Good stuff.